Hello there. I welcome back to our city here. It's still pretty tiny, but we're getting there. Starting to occupy some decent amount of land anyway. And inside our little bypass is starting to fill out. Our downtown still has some abandonment issues, but that's education related, so we need to upgrade our schooling. Right now all we have is one elementary school. That might be a good place to start today, is get a high school going. Other than that, we've got some pretty good industrial demand. Might not be a bad time to get uh, some sort of mining operation going. I think that'll be our next one. I want to get all the basic ones built in and let them all level up pretty good. And then once we get there, then we'll have the ability to build up all the different factories and make them look nice. For now, let's get that high school going. And we got this odd shape that's not used right now, and I think it might not be a bad spot to throw in a little high school. So let's see what we can do here. And I don't like the default one. So that's an elementary, also an elementary. That's one high school. It's fairly big. I was hoping to fit some sports fields in. This, and then we'll have room to fit sports fields. Do I want this one that's 2 stories high? Or this one that's 1 story? Yeah, I think the little one's probably fine. What's the capacity? 900. Okay, the capacities are backwards. Maybe I mixed them up. Either way, 638 versus 900. Oh, I think I fixed this with realistic population on this one. That's why this one's so low. But I think given the size of our downtown, I think this is the one I want anyway. The smaller of the two. So I want to do it here, I think. Maybe we'll do it over here, and then we'll have that spot to the right of it for parking, and then we'll throw sports fields on the other top piece. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's go to capacity for 900, that's fine. If we ever use the other one that's 2-story, I'll have to fix the population. But so that's there. We'll put a parking lot in here, but first let's find a sports field. And assuming I can find them. Baseball or soccer? Or football? Let's see. I think that might look pretty good. You got the track, you got the football field, fills in the space nicely. Yeah, let's do that. Right there. Perfect. The Predators, and that looks like a US political party. Interesting. Well, in either case, I don't think anybody's ever described an elephant as a predator, but hey, why not? So, we got that in there. Let's build some parking. And let's go this across here. Connect that to there. And then we'll build some parking slot off of it. Just drag that out. Slightly, just get rid of some of the clipping that's going on up top. And we'll fill in this gap with something. Maybe some sort of planter. Or if nothing else, just concrete. Okay, that looks good. Let's add the parking spots. And I want to leave some space across the back of the lot. Like for cars to loop around that way. But first we're going to start with the blue spots. Might be a lot, but That's fine. We'll do that. Ooh, spin around. Alright, got those. Could probably use this one. Nope, I guess not. That's okay, we'll do this. Yeah, there's enough room there for people to loop around. The reason I keep shifting my view there is that to release the snapping, when it does a snap where you need, it's Control X, and X is bound to rotation for me, I think. So it shifts my view every time I do it. Alright, this one should be a little easier. I'm not trying to put any blue spots in here, so we'll just do that. Then look at this. There, that looks pretty good. Now I want to put some sort of planters here, or mulch, something like that. What do we got here? Yeah, this could work. These are nice that if you overlap them, they will hide the joint, so you can do a string of them. Unfortunately, I just kind of lost my angle. And that was user error. Okay, we'll do that. We'll use move it to adjust. Actually, no, I think I'm going to leave it just like that. I'll come in and paint over that grass. It's going to do that, is it? I'm going to come in and plop something over that grass. Pain in the butt. There we go. Now we're going to need to move it again. Because I want to copy this line. This one will have to rotate slightly, I think. That should be good. And we'll put one more there. Those are good. I don't like that little bit, but I don't want to adjust our parking lots anymore, so I think I'll just live with it. Now I want a fence, because you can't be having schoolyard or school lot completely exposed to the sidewalk like that, so we'll run a fence up along here. I think that'll work. Let's adjust it a bit. There. That's good. Yeah, we'll come back with that fencing and do it up here too as well. But for now, let's continue on this parking lot. And before I forget, I want to set the priorities for these. Let's do that. That should be good. And let's go grab some trees. Still working with these content creator trees, because hey, they look pretty good. That's a little too much. That one works. Now let's continue our fencing. Now we got that. You know what, this area could probably stay open. Well, we do have doors. Maybe it's good practice to secure it. So we'll run the fence from here. And then the snapping gets involved and it becomes really annoying. I think I have to do this. You know what, let's drag this out a little bit further. If they want to come in, they can come in through the road. There. That's pretty good. We need some more fencing around the field, I think. I think it's going to be tricky fencing again. But we'll use move it. I should apologize if my voice keeps cracking on me here. Unfortunately, I was lucky enough to pick up a case of COVID. I'm starting to get over it now, but wasn't feeling too good for a few days. Yeah. I'm trying to think what would look good. You know what? Let's do this with plants. And where's my prop line? Yeah, that'll work. I think that's a little too close to the track, but oh well. I'm gonna live with it. Yeah, I think that helped. That helped just kind of define things a bit. I always find that it makes all the difference in the world when you start putting in fencing or vegetation fencing to basically break up certain areas. In this game, I find it really helps places come together. I struggle to make it look good. There's some other builders out there that are just phenomenal at doing this, but I'm not one of them. I suppose it just takes some practice. I'm just doing this across the end pieces. I think that'll look okay. Maybe we'll throw some grass in the middle one. Nope, we won't, because that's going to look terrible. Okay, that's good. In this area, I think I want to turn it into a flower bed. Plop these here and just drag them over. Okay, let's throw in the flowers. And I think it needs a tree. Something taller than that. A little bigger than I wanted, but I'll live with it. Now we'll just throw a few of these little guys around. Put a big one in there in a second. I think that looks pretty good. Get all my anarchies turned off. There, now we can educate some people. I wonder if I'm acting too quick, but let's reset these guys and see if they end up surviving. There we go. Now what's industry? Yes. Alright, so we want to build some mining. I think we might do this a little further out of town. Might be time to build a little village around it. Well, what do we got on the map? We got some sort of hills here. A really ugly thing that's going to need some serious work. Same with this one. We do have this highway going out here. It's going to be a major regional road at some point. I'm kind of reserving this island for like heavy-duty urban area, so I don't want to mess with that yet. I don't want to mine in the water because that seems a little silly. And I suppose up in these hills is the best way to do it. Let's see, where do we got those roads? Okay, we got this road, this highway going out this way. This goes out to the end. Maybe. Where's the hills in here? Whoa. I need to turn on the, whatchamacallit, this view. You know, I think we'll go a little closer to town and just build in this mine in this area. Yeah, that'll work. We got a road right here. I think we'll extend that as a highway. Coming out along the river. We'll build our mining equipment here and the actual pit mine over here. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And at some point we're gonna have to do serious upgrades to these intersections because this road's gonna get busy over time. But for now, let's get that highway built. And I want this to be very rural. And this doesn't need sidewalks out here. Although I'll put one just to stop it from looking so ugly. Alright, and let's see if we can stake this through without taking out our power lines. Oh, yeah, right through there. I feel like it'd be more likely to go between the pylons than in tight like that, but that's okay. Alright. We're not going to go direct path. We're going to meander a little bit. Come up, follow along the river. And I am going to fix this landscape because that is butt ugly. It's a breeze, doesn't it? At first the sadness just can lead to no end, so let me get rid of that. Okay, well, a little bit. It's along the river after all, but let's like that all the way down. Yeah, that'll work for now. This bank needs some softening as well. Yeah, this map is, it's one that I come back to a lot, just because I like the general layout and the flatness of it, but the landscaping was never really its strong suit. There's a few other maps that I like to use that have gorgeous landscaping, but finally result of that is that they do tend to be a little bit, I guess, shoehorned into using their world instead of creating my own. That's why I'm using this one, and the first thing I did was delete all their trees. I want to modify it into my own vision, and I'm not good enough with landscaping to build my own map yet, so. There, that's gonna make a mess downstream. All kinds of waves. Alright, so we want to build our mining area right off here, I think. Let's see where that hill is. Okay, so if we put a road from here, looping along here, and then back out to the highway so it's not a dead end, that'll work. And we'll use the same road. That'll be fine. This will tell me where my hill starts as well. Just kind of follow these contour lines. There. And now I know where to set out our industrial district. So we'll take all this. And we'll make it all big out here. We can shrink it down later. Just for now, I want to make sure we have options. Also, since we have so much space to play with here, I'm not opposed to making this a really large scale thing. Underhill. Not a bad name for a mining area. Maybe we'll keep it. Alright. Let's get this started. Actually, I want to build a road first. Do that. Now let's get it started. What did it get called? Underhill Ore Group. That's not bad. You know what? Let's roll with it. Alright, we're gonna need power out here. This kind of area that you would expect to see some high tension lines working their way out there, since there's gonna be so much machinery and everything. So we can do this without destroying the existing ones. Nope. Guess not. It's not pretty, but it'll work. Let's go straight shot. Oh, those ones started narrowing into each other. That's alright. We're about to turn anyway, and then enter a substation, so it'll be all good. Build this road straight in here, that's good. Get our substation. Use our anarchy so that we can just make it look like the cables are coming straight in. We're also going to need water, which is a little unrealistic that we would pipe water from the city. But it's the game we have to play, so we'll adapt. I'm also going to put a water facility out there. We need to upgrade our production anyway, so I'm gonna put something out here just for the looks anyway. If I can find a spot that's not gonna get polluted. Could theoretically build its own grid, but it makes it really hard to manage because you can't tell easily whether or not you're running out of water in one district or another, or just the nature of how Skylines works. Okay, we'll run this through here. Okay, so we got power and water. And we got our main building, which doesn't have power yet, but it will. Let's turn these back on. Let's do this. I want to connect this road to our substation road. And that's a good spot for something to branch off there. We'll put some of our various production buildings around here. Here's where we would have some of these guys. There, so that connects, in theory, eventually. Alright, there we go. So, we need to build the pit. So first thing I'm going to do is level out a section of terrain. I just want to hold this level and then dig into the hillside. I want it to be decently sized. I don't mind the cliffs either, though we might decorate them up a little bit with a few levels and whatnot, depends on how big they are. That looks pretty big. That's good. I think I want to lower a little bit. Not that much, but it'll give me something to connect to. Let's grab that depth. There we go. That'll work. I think we'll leave it like that. Let's just level this out a little bit. There. Okay, that'll work. Now we just need to get our mining operation. I like these guys because they're active. Like they got little tractors driving around and stuff. And if ever there was a case for a dirt road, I think it's got to be this situation. Do a bit of a curve there. Bring that down. It's a little steep, but we'll fix that in a minute. Straight shot across here. Do one coming off this way. Go to here. I know it looks terrible right now, but it'll look pretty good once we get this decorated up. That's good. Alright, let's get some guys digging here. Oh yeah, we should probably put some resources here. So go with the peak of realism. And just like that, our mine has ore. Get some water connected. Now we get some power down in here. I think these little power lines don't look that bad, to be honest. Running alongside a mine road like that. Just go straight across to there. We'll do this, run it down alongside the road, down into the pit. Get some storage. Not quite where I wanted that. That's good. Those look pretty good once they fill up. And these guys are doing their thing. Now we need some production buildings over in this area. Now, like we did with the lumber mill, I'm going to combine a couple of these from two different roads and just kind of move it to make them look like they belong together. These angles didn't work. So what I'm going to do is this. Just turn them around until I get a way that they kind of look like they belong together. And if they're not connecting to the roads, we'll fix that shortly as well. There, I think that lines up pretty good. That looks like it's one facility. This guy can't see the road. Where is it? Oh, way over there. Do that. I was hoping that would connect it to the road. Maybe if I do this. No, it's going to be a pain. Alright, let's just drag a road through it. Anarchy on. Random road just driving through the facility. Built. It doesn't look too bad. Let's just move it out from under the tree. Does that do it? No, still no. Okay. Let's do this properly. Okay, let's set one on this road. And set one on this road. And we'll move this over. Just want to line those two hoppers. There. I think that's it. That looks pretty good. Alright. So So we have that in place. You're complaining that you don't have resources, but there comes a couple of trucks right now to sort that out. Do you have water? Not a lot. Now you have water. Alright, we're gonna need some garbage out here, because there's very little garbage collection. That's gonna make it this far out. I was hoping this little guy would be unlocked by now, but it's not. However, an incinerator might not be a bad fit for the area. Yeah, I think that works. Yeah, let's just leave that there for now. Maybe we'll clean it up after. Okay, this is functional now, so let's make it look a little prettier. There is an ore industry specific fence. Yeah, let's use it. I normally just use whatever fence I find looks best, but I think the ore industry one looks okay for this. Like I said earlier, these places just look better when you close them in and define them. I think that looks okay. This one needs a little decoration. There's no trees, so I'm guessing I use Bob to get rid of them at some point. Because those settings save, so it's not unexpected. Need some warehouses. No. Yeah, let's go with these. Just like that. I want you guys to store metal. And what's the other thing they produce here? Glass? Yeah, glass. Although we're not producing any glass at the moment. I think we need to level up our ore industry a little bit before we get glass, but that's okay. Make that go away. Yeah, we got enough workers, it's just a matter of time, so that's fine. We'll let that go. And let's fix this ground, because that's still ugly. Alright, let's first paint it all with gravel. And yes, I'm aware this doesn't look much better than it did before, but do this first. Come in here and add a few details just to make it look a little better. And the reason it doesn't look so good is that it's just like a wall of uniformity. I find we're conditioned to just not like uniformity. At least not to an extreme anyway. There. So let's start. Now maybe I assume there would be some sort of fence off this cliff. So let's put in that. Guardrail, chain link. That fence looks pretty good. I might use that. Not the barricades. Wrought iron. This seems a little excessive. Yeah, let's go with the oil fence. I'll just run it along the top here. perfect, but it'll work. Especially in this area, but whatever. Alright. So that's doing that. Definitely need some fencing all around the site. I don't think we need chain or barbed wire, but we do need a fence that's all around the overall site. So let's do that. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. It's a little ugly, but I don't know what to do with it, so we'll leave it ugly. You definitely need some sort of fence up here, because you wouldn't want somebody to be out in these woods. Well, there's not many woods yet, but once we do forest this, we wouldn't want somebody out there hunting to just be wandering along looking for a deer or something and step off a cliff. Although I can't imagine a mining operation would be super quiet, so I don't think it'd be much of a surprise that you've wandered upon it. Alright. It's a little erratic, but I think that works. Alright. I'm just going to throw in some trees for now. I'm running out of time here, so I'm just kind of start the forest around it. And what we'll do is finish the detailing this area next time. But for now, I'm just going to get some trees around it. I'm trying to make it kind of patchy. A few little clearings here and there. Just, again, like I said, but not trying to be too uniform. But I don't want any inside the fence. And I'm okay with a bunch in this area, but I want to figure out where the buildings are going before I do too much with that. Let's make this huge. And just kind of spam the forest out a little bit further. And watch that bank account drop. Whee! Now I think what we're going to end up having to do is put some sort of village out here, just for the sake of employees. So I think we'll build a little village right along here. Should look good. Something simple. Be our first suburb, I guess. Anyway, we got to start on our ore industry. I can't really do it up the way I want until we level up a few times. I want to get some of the other digging machines and stuff down in this area. So it's okay for the moment. We got this little plant going, which I think looks pretty good as one plant. And then we'll just grow it from here. Make the overall area look pretty good, and then we'll get some of the new factories that we've unlocked going out in here somewhere. somewhere near the main town, and then we'll go from there. Anyway, my voice is starting to really bother me, so I'm going to end it here. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.